Hello, today we are joined by Danielle Patterson, Executive Director of Family Office at ISS Market Intelligence. Danielle is a recognized thought leader in the family office space, helping connect family offices, founders, fund managers, and advisors through strategic relationship building and industry education, including webinars, podcasts, and newsletters. Danielle is joining us from the New York Stock Exchange today, where she is participating in a Women in Wealth gathering. The inaugural event for the Women in Wealth Collective brings together leaders across investing, entrepreneurship, and capital allocation to spotlight the growing influence of women shaping the future of wealth and private markets. Danielle, it's great to have you here. Thank you for stopping by the New York Stock Exchange today. So this has been a very big time for you. You obviously had your company that was acquired by ISS Market Intelligence, Family Office Access, recent acquisition, big acquisition for you. So what made now the right time, and how is it going thus far?
Yes, well, thank you for having me. And the acquisition philosophically just felt so aligned, and the timing couldn't have been better. I've spent the last decade really helping people navigate a sector that historically has been very fragmented. There's not much publicly available data recorded around, especially the single family offices. And so I've really developed relationships and an ecosystem where we can gather that niche expertise. And for ISS Market Intelligence, they bring incredible credibility at a global scale around the more visible and structured data, RIAs, wealth advisors, broker-dealers. And so there was a blind spot for their clients, and that was the niche void I could fill. And so together, we really can help map the full ecosystem, especially as we see so much wealth transferring into the private sector. And on a personal level, growing entrepreneurially with a small but mighty team has been wonderful, but it is an exciting new chapter working with a larger team at a global scale and just being able to make a bigger impact in that mission I'm so passionate about.
I'm interested in what you said about there being a lack of public information about family offices. Was that by design or just a complete oversight that you were able to capitalize on?
Yeah, the single family offices, they don't have to register, and that is often very intentional. Many times they want to be private, but there is an interesting shift taking place. We see family offices sophisticating and looking to professionalize, hiring talent from institutions, private equity firms, venture capital, and therefore they want to build brands. They want to become more visible. So I think this next chapter will be interesting, and having a data that helps really bring both sectors, the private and public, to surface will be more important than ever.
So since joining ISS, you've been having a lot of conversations with clients. You're busy engaged in these. So what are you hearing, and how is this new intelligence creating growth opportunities for the existing clients that you have on your books?
Yeah, there is so much curiosity, but I think many of the existing clients just haven't been able to take that strategic leap, lacking the data. So basically now having this information helps unlock growth avenues that simply were invisible, kind of like clearing the fog off the glasses. And it's not just about the data, it's a lot about the strategy and understanding the mindset around family offices. And that's where we really can help. We can help walk them through where we see success, and together with the infrastructure that ISS has put into place, can really help those clients effectively take that next step.
And that leads very well to my next question. What differentiates you guys? How are you different than what is available today?
Yes. So sure, there are other data providers with family office information. Most of it's scraped from the web, and there's a lot of misinformation. Even what is a family office, there's increasingly blurred boundaries. And what makes our data set proprietary is we've operated from the inside. We manually collect, verify, validate, and it's a proprietary process, much of it created just through the relationships and ecosystem we've built. And so that is a very unique strength that we bring to ISS Market Intelligence, and why together we'll be so strong is that we can really understand why those boundaries are starting to blur, why we see RIAs now serving family offices, why single family offices are starting to act like institutions, and really by mapping them side by side, help clients navigate the opportunity there.
So, your reason for being here today at the New York Stock Exchange, dual purpose. Obviously, we love talking to you. We're grateful to have you on Asset, but there was also the Women in Wealth Gathering. I would love to learn more about this. Can you expand on moments that you had earlier today, ringing the bell with the Women in Wealth Collective, and what these moments connect to this broader shift in wealth, in leadership, in family offices worldwide?
Yes. Well, I was honored to have participated in this inaugural event. It was an intimate gathering, around 30 women. It was arranged by Neil Green, who runs Jaboy Productions, and this is a brand new initiative he's launching really to help bring women leaders together. We are seeing a huge transfer of wealth in the midst of that, and 124 trillion is moving downstream to the next generation. That's projected up until 2048. And when you look at who's expected to inherit that wealth, 54% are going to be women. And we also think about the next gen. Women think about wealth differently, and we want to empower those women to collaborate and to make wise investment decisions. And so when we elevate women in these rooms, it really empowers collaboration and unlocks meaningful opportunity.
That's fantastic. I want to turn back to the family office subject for a minute. So, there's been growing family office interest in private market opportunities. You have Anthropic, you have SpaceX, you have OpenAI. These are all institutions that are open to this particular sector. So, what is driving this specific demand at this specific time?
Yeah. Family offices, one of the most unique advantages is that they have patient capital. Basically, they have long-term horizons, and they don't, like many institutions, have to think about short market cycles or specific buy and sell periods. And so with that lens, they can look at transformative industries that will need longer market cycles. And when we look at leaders like Elon Musk and others, they run their own family offices and they think with this long-term horizon, big initiatives, risky initiatives, but those that are going to transform the world we know for future generations are the opportunities that families are most excited about.
It's so interesting that you say that because one of the things that comes to mind is that obviously very different in many ways. They kind of run adjacent to pension funds in the sense that you have this very long time horizon and we're not looking, to Q3 for returns. So it's an interesting dichotomy and obviously something that you know better than all of us. But looking ahead now, how do you see the family office landscape evolving and how will ISS MI support that evolution for you and themselves and their clients moving forward?
Yeah. Well, when we think about the next gen and women and the way that they're investing, those initiatives change, and the people that need to serve them will need to be those that relate and opportunities that they're excited about. And I'm encouraged by much of the investments moving into things of great impact, or with the next gen, digital natives, things that they understand, things that maybe have a higher risk tolerance than other historically long-term investments. And so as we see those making decisions changing and adapting, we want to serve them better through our intelligence, through the data, and to help create more transparency so that those looking to serve can better support the industry.
Danielle, thank you so much for your time, your considerable insight. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Really just how excited I am about this next chapter, stepping into leadership, leveraging an incredible team, and making a greater impact through ISS Market Intelligence. Our goal is really to help those looking to serve the family office sector navigate with more clarity and a strategic advantage.
Danielle, thank you so much. This was ISS Market Intelligence's Executive Director of Family Office, Danielle Patterson. Thank you for joining us from the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Erin Royale, and this is Asset TV.